Okay, Shalom Alep. Shalom. This is the meme itself, 89. It is 3:26 a.m. Central Standard Time, today, April 12th, 2011. This is going out as a response to the facepalm challenge of Lebraum, or Albert's uh, video, facepalm challenge, in which he said you have two arguments. One of the opposing argument that are ridiculous, arguments or statements that are totally ridiculous that you hear all the time that makes you face palm. Well, there are. I'm going to present mainly four actually, even though he said two. One for the position, one against, two sides of the argument. And that's what he's dealing with. I'm going to present. I may present four, I may present two. I'm not sure at the present. So here we go. The topic I like to be dealing with, at least the first one that I know for sure I'm going to be dealing on, is the Trinitarian anti-Trinitarian debate. First of all, I'm going to present the Trinitarian, which is actually the opposing view from my view, actually. The argument I hear from Trinitarians all the time, from the likes of Dr. James White and some others, is Unitarians assume Unitarianism. The problem with that argument is it's an inconsistent argument. Yeah, it makes me face palm for one. It's very inconsistent. Trinitarians assume the doctrine of the Trinity as well, if you're going to make the assumption argument. The Bible presents, let's say, especially when it comes from the Jewish perspective, over and over and over again in the Tanakh, it continues to, when God speaks, he continues to use singular personal pronouns. And when the Bible didn't reference to God, it uses singular personal pronouns, happen to be in the third person, in application to God. He was in the beginning. I created the earth. And all of that stuff. I delivered you from the land of Egypt, and etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about. And even in the Shema, in the Greek New Testament, is, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord, He is one." With all these singular personal pronouns, that pretty much leads you. No, Trinitarians actually uses the singular personal pronoun to, when it's reference to the Holy Spirit in the New Testament, he, his, to say that the Holy Spirit is a person. Not an entity, but a person. Not a being, a person. Or not a what, but a he. A who. Well, singular personal pronouns imply that the object, or the noun that it's in reference to is not a what, but a who. That who is a person. Then it stands to reason that that Unitarians draw from the Bible the idea that God is one person. Why? Because it leads them into that belief. Very simple. Unitarians don't assume Unitarianism any more than Trinitarians assume Trinitarianism. With that being said, they both attempt to look at the biblical data and extract from that. Alright, now, from my side of the fence, which is the non-Trinitarian, said the one argument that makes me face palm is Trinitarians worship three gods. No, Trinitarians don't worship three gods. Matter of fact, I will put in the link below the creed, the Athanasian Creed. Matter of fact, I could even actually do with any creed, really. But I'll actually link you to the Athanasian Creed, which is the creed that clearly defines the doctrine of the Trinity. Just because you have a Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the Father is God, the Holy Spirit is God, the Son is God, doesn't mean there's three gods. The Catholic teaching in and of itself, or should I say the Christian doctrine and teaching of the Trinity forbids tritheism. It is explicitly monotheistic. In fact, I'll read you a portion of the Athanasian Creed. Once I get to it. Okay. Where it says, whoever will be saved before all things, it is necessary that he hold the Catholic faith, with which faith except everyone do keep hold and undefiled, without doubt he shall perish everlastingly. And the Catholic faith is this, that we worship one God in Trinity, and Trinity in unity, neither confounding the person nor dividing the substance. Note that statement. We worship one God in Trinity. Right? We can, toward the end of the creed, here's what it says. For as we are compelled by the Christian variety to acknowledge each person by himself to be both God and Lord, so we are also forbidden by the Catholic religion to say that there are three gods or three lords. Ah, there you go. Matter of fact, 2 lines before that it says, so the Father is God, the Son is God, and the Holy Spirit is God, and yet they are not three gods, but one God. Trinitarianism teaches that there's only one true God. But yet that one God manifests himself or reveals himself to humanity as three distinct, co-equal, and co-eternal persons, or in Greek, hypostases. And to give you a, I don't like the normal Trinitarian analogy, but I'll give my own analogy that actually I think it more represents the doctrine of the Trinity, and that is one dealing with the United States government. How many governments do we have, at least at the federal level? The answer is one. We have one government. Just because we have three branches doesn't make it three different governments. The executive branch is not a separate government from the legislative branch. The legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch are all branches of the same government. And that too the same with Trinitarianism. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit are three hypostases, persons of the same being, that is God. And there is only one being, that is God. So, there you go. That's where you have it there. Those are the two arguments that I face palm. One is Unitarians assume Unitarianism, and two, that Trinitarians are or believe in three gods. And if you hear a sound that kind of sounds like a duck sound or a buzzing sound, please forgive it. So until next time, Shalom Aleichem.